This is for all the Gen X, baby boomers, Gen Ys, anybody born in the 50s, 60s, 70s, or before, or after. Anyway, I was brought up in the 60s when you girls were told, well, in my family, girls were told that they go to school, you don't have to study, because you're not going to be, having a career or going to work. You're going to go to school, when you leave school, you'll get married and you'll have kids and you'll be looking after the kids in demand. So that's what I was brought up with. So, not saying everybody was in those eras, but I definitely was. And it was really a conditioning, like a mind control. When I think back now, it actually was a very controlling era, very male dominated. And I'm not saying men are bad, so I'm not anti-men. But I look back and I think, okay, so even now I still have to be very aware that I don't hold those same values of, being there and doing the cooking and the cleaning and the going to work and the doing it all, which is a trap that women in our era have fallen into. The expectation that, a bit like the Homer Simpson, I refer to it as the Homer Simpson syndrome, is where the women are smart, capable, and they look after everything, and the men can be lazy little fucks and lie down and be lazy and dumb. Now, my partner is definitely not that. So, but my first husband and my second husband did have that expectation, and I did want them to be happy and tried to make them happy. The thing is, ladies, you can only make you happy, and they can only make themselves happy, and they just suck you dry. They suck you dry. And that's not what I'm trying to get to, but so these days I've woken up. It took me till I was in my 50s to wake up to that and realise that, I'm not their friggin' mother, so I'm not going to act like a mother. I'm going to become independent, even though I was working. That automatically qualifies you to be independent, but act independent and make them independent, not dependent. And so we do it to ourselves because we've been sucked into that era, but that way of thinking. Now, where I'm going with this is that I'm about empowerment and positive reinforcement. And even though it hasn't sounded like it so far, but in reality, that's how I live my life, and that's how I've always been quite a positive person, other than the occasional rant. But now I do exercise. Well, this is what it's all about. It's actually being independent and being able to be capable in this particular season of life and in this era of life, because I'm in my 60s, there's ladies in their 70s and 80s, and we need to be empowered and empowering and powerful women in our own right, and independent and capable and strong. So that's the reason I exercise, is so that I can be capable, strong and independent. And it also gives you a lot of confidence because you feel good, you're fit, you're healthy, and you're capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do. So that's the whole point. The whole point is to be fit and capable. And the benefits of doing exercise, and you don't have to be a runner like I am. I'm walking today because I've done so much running this week, and it's good to rest your body. And I love being outside. It's so invigorating. And when you're fit and healthy, you feel so alive and vital and vibrant and yeah, anyway, you get the point. So I've actually gamified exercise, and if you're a woman over 50, it doesn't matter if you're not over 50, but if you're a woman in particular over 50 that's looking to get healthier and live life, and you're sick of the gyms and you're just not interested in all that old school, I call it old school, you know, burn those muscles and lift weights. And look, don't get me wrong, there are amazing women older than me that lift weights and are super fit in so many other ways. But if you're just not interested in any of that, because I'm not, and you just like to walk or run or do any form of exercise, this is what it's about. It's actually about being fit and healthy and giving the old paradigm the fucking flick and living your best life, looking after yourself and being who you've always wanted to be. Then you are the woman for me, and I invite you to join my new Sassy Strong Adventurers Facebook group, and in there you'll have access to other women who feel the same way, who want to be liberated, I guess. This is the revolution. I'm creating a revolution of women who want to be fit and healthy and fuck that old paradigm off. And inside that Facebook group, sorry, I digress, is a link when you join to actually download my Cafe Crawl Adventures. So your very first Cafe Crawl Adventures that has lots of sassy missions. Just go into it and have a look. I don't want to give too much away on here, but definitely go in, download your Cafe Crawl Adventures, your very first mini Cafe Crawl Adventures with 4 missions. There's 4 missions, and it is going to be fun, and I know you're going to love it. So go to the link in my bio and join that group. Ciao for now.